Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Menu True Nerd, and welcome back to 60 Seconds, the second great attempt. Yeah, I kind of wanted to play this one again. I'll put a little kind of link on screen right now to click if you didn't see this the first time it was up. It was a little while ago, but like, I just kind of kept thinking about it again, and it's a really fun little interesting game that's kind of, you know, it's a very short game, it's very easy to just kind of dip into and play for a little bit, so I just wanted to give it another go. So, this time, I'm going to do better, not least as I now know what the bloody suitcase actually does. Yeah, I misread that last time, sorry. But now, I think I know what I'm doing. Okay, we're doing the normal full mode, of course. The scavenge is just like testing out. That's just kind of playing at having the supplies, and survival's playing it after you've done the survival. So I want to do both stages. The game's most fun if you do both. Right, normal difficulty, let's go. So I'm going to have 10 seconds to explore the house and ideally figure out what the radio says I ought to take into the shelter, because that's really important. So there's the shelter. Oh, I've started in a bad area here. Where's the radio that tells me what I need to take into the bloody house? Oh, it's over there, it's over there, it's over there. What's it telling me? What's it saying? It's saying first aid kits. Okay, it's saying take first aid kits in. That's fine. I will go to the bathroom. That's normally where the first aid kits are. But first, we need to get some food going on here. That's fine. First aid kits are normally to be located in the bathroom. That's, no, that's gas, mask, and water. And that's more water. No, that was soup. And that's even more water. Well, that's fine. That's okay. Right. Oh, we've got that thing right at the end there. The suitcase is right at the end. Well, in that case, where the bloody hell's the everything? Right. Okay, we've got Timmy at the back here. But where's the first... Oh, the first aid kit's at the back there. I think I see the first aid kit. Get the first aid kit right here from the separate toilet. And more water. No, don't get the... Oh, no, that's two. Oh, darn it. That's a problem. Right, where was the girl? Where was the girl? Where was my daughter? She's right here. I can do this. I can do this. That's fine. Get her in the shelter. Get the suitcase. 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 Oh, that's a really good one. This is a good start. Did I miss anything really bloody obvious? Possibly. Okay. I'm happy with that. Now, basically, as far as I could tell from the last time I did this, the wife is completely bloody useless. So, I just decided to bring both the children because I'm told the girl's quite useful. As upset so many people last time, gamepad goes down. I'm using a mouse now. Don't panic. Don't stress. So here we are. 3 of us safe and sound. We just need to make it work from now on. Really wish it was for us. You really don't. Your wife is not useful. Can't remember bringing those supplies down to the shelter. We're not complaining. Okay, so I've got 1 extra water. And what do we get out of the suitcase? Was that the gun? Yeah, that was the gun because I didn't grab the gun. So we've got plenty of food, not quite as much water. Lovely. And plenty of water means you don't have to worry about that for some time. Now, it's not that much water, but I'm told that last time I played, I handed out supplies way too willy-nilly. Like, you know, you can wait days between having a drink of water, which feels counterintuitive. Also, I think you need water as often as you need food, which isn't how humans work, but never mind, whatever. Anyway, I can pass up on that for the moment. I don't need any of that for now. With 3 people, I can survive for quite some time. And the advantage of having all this food is it means I don't have to go scavenging in the first few days. Because in the first few days, the radiation's a lot worse, so radiation sickness is more of a problem. Now, I've got the radiation-y gas mask thing and a first aid kit, which is a good insurance policy, but I'm still a bit worried. We kept dreaming about those little things we did back in the day when there weren't as many bombs falling down, not on our heads anyway, and somebody's drawn a picture of the poor dead mother there. Oh well. Oops. Right, into day 2. I think we're in pretty good shape here. Ted's obviously got his lovely stubble, which is very, very welcome. Now, day 2. Fond memories are one thing. We need to be ready for harsh reality that awaits us. Mary Jane seems to be fine. Nothing on Timmy. Ted's fine too. So day 2, we're not going to bother feeding anyone. That's absolutely fine. So yeah, no one needs anything. And we could go out on an expedition. I think we shouldn't. Yeah, our neighbourhood is still highly radioactive. Trips to the surface are a big risk to our health right now. Now, the radio told us, bring a health kit in, which I'm guessing is like the game's way of saying, by the way, in this playthrough, health problems are going to be more common than they would be otherwise. So I don't want to risk radiation poisoning, even though I could heal it. So right now, we've got enough we've got enough food and drink and supplies to not bother going out. At least like for the first maybe... You can't leave it too late, though. That's the thing. If food stocks get a bit low, I ought to make a trip. Because, like, trips seem to take, like, 4 or 5 days. We should be alright. So, oh, flip. We're not alone. There's a huge, hairy, bunny beast that seems to be hiding in one of the pipes. It's been poking its head out, eyeing our measly food stash. We can't be in here when we sleep. Okay, I've got the gun. I didn't bring any ammo, though, so I'm not sure. I've been a bit unclear about the relationship between guns and ammo in this game. She seems to be able to bring the gun and select it. I guess it's like maybe got 1 clip or something inside it. I don't know. Hopefully, we can shoot the bunny. Okay, let's see how shooting the bunny went as day 3 begins here. No, oh no, the gun! Guns exploded. The damn bunny. Our cans are saved. Too bad for the hairy mutant. Guess we're still top of the food chain. Well, we've still got... You know what, maybe I should have actually sacrificed the food. Well, I didn't know how much food it was going to take. But we've got loads of food and now we don't have the gun. I think we can survive another day without a drink. I'm going to go for it. So again, contamination's still strong. Don't do anything just yet. Survive one more day. 1 minute it was all fine. Next we're at each other's throats. How did this happen? This is insane. We need to get a grip on ourselves. Okay. Well, oh, did I bring anything for entertainment? No, I don't have any cards or checkers or anything, which is a problem. I hope the military doesn't call... Actually, I don't know if the military are going to call up because I don't have a bloody radio. Oops. Right, well, hopefully the military just come and kind of check on us at some point or other. Now, at this point, enough arguing. More important things to worry about. Yep, everyone needs to get water. Yep, everyone needs a drink. That's fine. Let's get everyone a drink. We've got enough water to go for the minute. So the area is still irradiated. Don't go out just yet. Hold out. So every new smell attacks our noses in this little shelter instantly. There isn't much we can miss. So when a single brick fell out from the wall, revealing a tight opening, our senses were immediately invaded by a terrible stench. We should probably check that hole in the wall and see what the source of that smell is. Oh, I don't like the sound of that, but I don't have any equipment that can help. Maybe it will be a magical happy place where there's a secret supply of water. Someone's going to be dead, aren't they? Come on, day 5. Okay, no one seems to be dead, and I can't see anything missing, which is good. We looked into the hole fearing something might come out at us with claws, fangs, or other mutated and sharp body parts. Nothing happened. Instead, we found a dead rat who was trying to break into a can of tomato soup. He failed miserably. We have a feeling we'll be luckier than him, so we confiscated it. We gave the rat a proper burial in an empty can. He deserved that much. Okay, it genuinely was just a free can of food in the wall. Beautiful. So nothing new with Mary Jane, Timmy, fine, and nothing for Ted either. So maybe you need water slightly more commonly than you need food, but I think we're okay for the minute to not go outside. Yep, still irradiated. I'm going to try and hold out to day 10 without stepping outside if I can. So one thing you don't expect, a band of people all dressed in green showing up at your doorstep, claiming they take from the rich and give to the poor. That's exactly what happened to us. Should we let these clowns in? They might provide some quality entertainment. Ooh. The question is, are we rich or are we poor? You know what? We could do with some better equipment. Like, we've got enough food and water to survive. So if they just kind of come in and rob something, we're all right. I don't feel like they feel dangerous either. But they might give us something useful. And I feel like we've got enough, even if they rob us, we've got enough stuff to survive for the minute. Whereas if they happen to give us something useful or they're willing to offer a trade, then it might work out well for us. So let's let Robin Hood and his merry band in and see if anyone's dead. No one looks dead. I think they might have... Did they steal a soup? Are we down? No, I don't think we're down. Yes! Yes, look in the background. Look in the background. Those merry folk were very kind. They noticed we didn't have a radio, so offered us one. When we asked where they got it from, they said, the 1% plus 1 radio. It's impressive how well Mary Jane's doing. Timmy's fine as well. Ted's stomach's rumbling, but that's not like... You know what? We've got plenty of food. It's time for everyone to have some food. Food all round. It's been like 5-6 days. So contamination's still strong. No, we've got loads of food. We've got enough water for now. Hold off the expedition. Terrible, we can't sleep. We've been having problems with sleeping ever since we got down here. Now it's worse than ever. If we don't deal with this problem, we won't be able to cope with any other challenges. I don't want to... Ooh. Okay, well, I've got a medical kit, but do I really want to waste it on that? You see, if I waste the medical kit on that, when someone eventually, inevitably, gets radiation poisoning, or I decide to open that lovely present that was left outside our front door and it turned out to be a grenade that explodes in everyone's face and kills everyone, we won't be able to heal it. I'm sorry, but that's not a serious enough problem to justify wasting our only medical kit. We're just going to have to make do. Day 7, we've got... Oh, Mary Jane does not look happy. But that's like... Ooh, there's also... Oh, wait, hang on. Wasn't there... What was up on the shelf on the left? Wasn't there something on the shelf on the left? Am I starting to imagine things? Bravely ignoring our symptoms, we tried to get at least an hour or 2 of sleep. No luck, we're even more tired than we were. There are other problems we need to face soon. Let's just hope our yawning will be enough to scare raiders away and save us from radiation sickness. So water's what Mary Jane needs. Mary Jane is really tired. Water for Timmy, and really tired. Ted needs water to... Oh, that sounds quite serious. Okay, when the word survive starts being used, I'm going to start handing out water. I don't know if maybe I could have made it one more day, but just in case, I'm going to hand out some water now. we've got enough. But, yeah, okay, so those guys can't go outside. Air is still irradiated. I'm going to wait for them to recover. I can survive a couple more days before we have to start thinking about going outside. And I'd like Timmy to be the one to do it if he recovers at all. So wouldn't it be fantastic if we could just get out and leave, walk the surface like we used to, smell the fumes and pollution. Ah, that's the scent of freedom we miss. Alright. Into the next day, and I'm hoping Timmy's going to recover. Or is he just going to not? That'd be unfortunate. Still, it's better to be safe down here than dead up there. Mary Jane's feeling safe. Who wouldn't in this coffin-sized shelter? Timmy might not look like it. He's strong enough. He's doing fine. Ted is fine as well. Time to ration supplies. No one needs anything. Sending Timmy out of the question. No, let's hold off just a little bit longer. Oh, we were discussing plans for our first meal that didn't feature tomato soup when we heard yells outside. We discovered they came from a small group of ragged survivors. They were a sorry sight and weren't surprised when they requested aid. They asked us to provide anything they could, water, food or medical supplies. Well, I can provide them with food. I've got plenty of food. Maybe they'll give me something in response. So they're totally getting some food because I don't want to accidentally provoke them in case they decide they're going to just take what they want. Day 9. Everyone's still looking bloody exhausted. I'm not sure how we're going to recover from that. So what have we got? Never seen anyone touched by a simple gift. Oh, I think we had this event in the first time I played this. So we've lost the food and they've given us a map, which will hopefully be useful for when we do go exploring, when the radiation settles down a little bit. So despite the dire circumstances, all the trouble we're going through, Timmy, very brave. He doesn't look it. He looks bloody down in the dumps. Cheer up, Timmy, or we're kicking you out of here. Nothing new with Ted. Nothing new with Mary Jane. Fine. No supplies need to be handed out today. And we didn't expect to get a phone call so soon after the atomic bomb drop. Here we are. We can clearly hear a phone ringing outside. Yes, Ted should go and answer it. Come on, Ted. I believe in you. You can do this. I'd really rather send Timmy, but Timmy's apparently a bit tired. Timmy. Bloody hell. You're the worst son. You disappoint me every single day. You disappointed me before the apocalypse, and you disappoint me even more now. On the plus side, Ted's not dead, which is magnificent news. So, when we answer the phone, clear gasp of relief. Survivors from Hill Valley, fine. We started exchanging information, the call was cut short, something wrong on their side. Ted safely returned. Everyone has to drink something, including Mary Jane. Is there any water left? Okay. Let's not worry about giving water to the children just yet. I think they're okay just for the minute. And water's probably our lowest supply at the minute. So, again, these guys just can't go. I'm really worried that now we've just meant that the children can't go outside because they're so exhausted. I'm really hoping they're going to recover from that at some point, but okay. Let's not send Ted. Bit worrying. Oh no. Oh no. Strange, glowing, suspiciously big insect wildlife. Roaches weren't big before the war. They weren't, but the rad roaches are a little bit terrifying, and we don't have poison or Boy Scout manual to help out with that. Hopefully, the rad roaches will just come, grab a can of soup and leave, which is fine. We've got reserves. I'm really hoping... Oh, don't give someone a bite. I'm really worried. No, not injury. Not injury. Nobody looks... Oh! There are now just glowing roaches here. They just live here now. Okay. They're going to be our friends from now on. That thing's huge. There goes another one. Roaches everywhere. We're doomed. I already feel all dirty. Mary Jane keeps fainting. Timmy's in terrible shape. He needs water. But Ted, interestingly, doesn't. Okay, fine. We'll give water to the children. You can have some water. I think it's time we have to send Ted out. Yeah, I think we need to set up an expedition for Ted. So we keep dreaming about those little things as we did back in the day when there weren't as many bombs falling. And I want cake, says someone. Well, you can't have bloody cake. You can have rad roaches and a busted gun, alright? Now, Ted's going to have to go. A bit worried, but he has to. We don't really have much of a choice here. So what we make of today will be our tomorrow, so let's make it right. Mary Jane's fine. Timmy's good. Ted needs water. Well, let's give him a bit of water there, and he hasn't had much. Let's give him some food, too. We've got loads. He's about to go on an expedition. Lovely. So, good day to go outside, stretch a bit, get some fresh toxic air. I've got the gas mask. Maybe I'll be fine. Ted should go. First things first, give him the suitcase, and that opens up the other slots. So Ted can take the gas mask. What else has he got? He can take the map. And I don't want him taking the first aid kit or the radio. There's not much point. If he's got the gas mask and the map, that kind of feels like that's the sort of thing you kind of want to take out into the wilderness. He's got a gas mask. He's got a map. He can find stuff. And he's not going to get radiation sickness. And even if he does, we've got a first aid kit back here for him. I don't want to send him with the first aid kit because I don't know if that even does anything. And stuff just sometimes gets lost on trips. So I'm hoping this will be fine. And do we keep following the children when all the adults... Oh, now you feel better. Bloody Mary Sue, Anne, Jane, whatever your bloody name is. I forget. You're the most disappointing of all. So, Mary Jane's diet could use a bit of food. Mary Jane's rested. Timmy should eat something. And Ted left for the surface. That's fine. Children, help yourself to half a can of soup each while I'm... No, actually, no. A quarter of a can, sorry. Quarter of a can of soup. Let's not go bloody mental while I'm away. Ted's away, but I think he's going to be fine. And if there's anyone who can rescue us from this hellish situation, it's our government. Doesn't feel like a very American response to a situation. The British, yeah, fine. You know, keep calm, carry on, wait for the government to help us out. That's fine. We're a little bit more comfortable. I feel like that's not a really American response to the situation. You can badmouth them all you want. That probably means you're either a naysayer or a commie. No, the commies wouldn't naysay the government. The commies would be really in favour of bigger... Never mind. Good citizens paying our taxes. Uncle Sam's coming to get us. Okay, and yes, the government people are coming. Let's use the radio. Thank goodness for Robin Hood who gave us a radio, eh? Haha, we're on top of this. And day 14, come on, something good on the radio. I love how the roaches now just live here. So, what have we actually got? We knew it, the government has not fallen, they're coming to save us. They didn't give exact dates in the radio transmission. We're sure they won't keep us waiting long. They said they'll be in touch in a couple of days and told us to await further instructions. Everyone has to drink something, including Mary Jane, and Timmy prefers apple juice. No, we're going to hold off on water. The water's getting a little bit low, and Ted might not even come back with any. So we're holding off on the water. So still, nothing. Let's turn on the radio and see what we can figure out. Ted will probably be back about day 16, I'd guess. Yeah, no crank of the hatch, so he's not around. The rad roaches just live here. We're able to get a weak signal and tap into the government's emergency announcement service. Guess what? Great news. Fallout outside is mostly gone. Okay, so we need to give water to the children, and apparently it's now much safer to explore. Beautiful. That's a good thing to know on day 15. So, water for the children. There we go. And spiders seem to be operating under the assumption they have the same rights in this shelter as we do. They're everywhere and don't seem very scared of us. It's time we change that. We don't want any more spiders in our soup. No, sir. I can't waste the medical kit on flipping spiders. I need, in case Ted comes back injured, because I think if all the adults die, then that's it, it's game over. The children can't survive on their own. Which is really odd, because if I can, I'm going to send Timmy out into the wasteland every bloody time, and sometimes he comes back fine after, you know, an expedition out into a radioactive wasteland that lasts 5 or 6 days, but apparently he can't survive on his own, he goes a bit mental. Which I guess is that's probably what the wife's for. It means even if Ted dies, at least there is an adult in the shelter, which means the game isn't over, so I guess she's just like an insurance policy, but on that she doesn't seem to have any special abilities at all. So spiders seem to be operating under the assumption, no. Sorry, we're just going to have to make do with the spiders and the rad roaches. We might be able to make them fight each other. You know, like how in that bit in Fallout New Vegas when you're heading towards Prim, where the geckos and the roaches fight each other? That's what we're going to have to do. We're just going to have the spiders fighting the roaches, and everything will be fine. So what's happened here? Mary Jane is really tired and nothing new to report on Timmy. I can't really do anything about that. Right, skip that. And it's hard being down here, living here. We need to make the best of it, or else we might find ourselves in even more trouble. Yeah, more trouble than the rad roaches and the spiders. Oh dear. This is what you see. Actually, I think the poison might be more useful than I assumed it was. Because, yeah, the poison seems actually quite good at getting rid of, like, rad roaches, all sorts of useful things. But then, in all fairness, the rad roaches don't seem to have done anything bad. They're just here. I don't think they've actually done anything bad, quite frankly. So, being stuck in a tiny shelter will make anyone a bit apathetic. We need to stay calm and await the rescue. Mary Jane says she's fine, and Timmy's being very brave. I swear these children haven't eaten in, like, a week. But, alright, I'm not going to complain. I like my soup collection. So we wanted to get a pet. We couldn't decide what to get. A cat, a dog. We have our own cockroach colony now. Unless we want them to stay and play fetch, we should start doing something to drive them out. We can't. We've not got a gun. We've not got poison. We've not got the Boy Scout manual. I'm slightly worried. They used to be. Oh, they're getting bigger. I can't do anything, I'm sorry. I really hope this isn't going to be a bigger problem. Maybe the poison is a good thing. I was just saying, the cockroaches are fine, they're not a problem, but I'm noticing the cockroaches are maybe going to become a bigger problem. Our new cockroach roommates can be a bit messy, disgusting, and annoying, But surely this is not the worst thing that could have happened to us. There's not much we can do about it. Maybe one day we'll convince them to pay rent. So everyone has to drink something. He's not looking well. Okay. Oh, that's a bit... No, we'll hold off one more day. We'll hold off one more day. And the wasteland is full of surprises. Like this man on the other side of the door, knocking and claiming he's willing to offer a lot for decent ammunition. Shall we trade? Nope, don't have any, unfortunately. Sorry, strange man. Hope he's not planning to rob us. Dangerous. Oh, Ted's back. How's he looking? He looks bloody exhausted, but he doesn't look sick. Oh, and he's brought things. He's brought things. He's brought playing cards, and he didn't bring any water. Oh, Ted, what have you done? You've doomed us all. But on the plus side, he didn't lose the gas mask, and he didn't lose the map. So the stranger was disappointed. None of our business. He's wandered off. During our expedition, we stumbled across the ruins of a familiar building, the local bank. Okay, you never know what you might find except for bags of cash. The bank was robbed just before the blast. The vault was cracked open with stores hidden in teddy bears. Okay, and the place was filled with tomato soup cans. Oh no, Ted, you brought the wrong thing. You've brought the wrong thing. You needed to bring water, not food. We're doomed. You've doomed us all. Oh no. This is how they guarded the place. Okay, so we found 2 individuals who've been playing cards when the bombs hit. We've got the playing cards. Oh, the suitcase is gone. Darn it. Right, so at least we brought back the actual supplies, the gas mask and the map. We need to get something to drink fast. Okay, Timmy is very hungry. Okay, I need to give food and drink to the children and food to Ted. Okay, food to Ted, food and drink to the children. Oh, this is a problem. Okay, I need to send someone straight back out again because I need one less mouth to give water to. Because while they're out, I don't need to feed or give them water. So that works. Who should go outside? Oh, no. Darn it. We're the right kind of people. Send a single unarmed representative for a meeting today at midnight to find out more. No one can. Darn it. Everyone's too exhausted. Wait, does that mean... Oh, no. If everyone's exhausted, no one can go out for more water. This is a problem. Oh, it could be the exhaustion that kills us this time. Whole thing sounds too risky. I don't think it sounds too risky. I think it sounds very useful, but unfortunately, we can't. Yep, we can't count on them. Mary says she's fine. Timmy's being very brave. Ted's stomach is rumbling. I'll give him some more food. We've got loads of food. In fact, tomato soup is basically a liquid. If you're thirsty, just drink the soup cold and pretend it's tomato juice. You incompetents. Actually, you know what? Can I give extra food to people to get them to recover from tiredness? I don't know, but I'm going to give it a go. I'm not sure how else I recover from tiredness because I can't see any way of doing it. So no one can go outside in the current state. Oh no. And we learned a valuable lesson recently. If you don't do anything about roach in the home, you will end up with more roaches. I still can't do anything about them. Oh no. Oh, I feel like... What's going to kill us first? Is it going to be the dehydration or the roaches? Well, the roaches haven't killed anyone yet, which is magnificently good news. Our time will come. For the time being, we'll just have to adapt to this living situation. It's impressive how well Mary Jane is. Okay, Ted's still hungry? And if Ted doesn't drink anything, he won't last long. Oh, no. Oh, is Ted... Oh, wait, no. Is Ted still exhausted? No, everyone's still... No one can go anywhere. I'm going to try and see if maybe by tomorrow Ted will have recovered a bit. I'm hoping being safe down here is much better than being pulverised out there. That doesn't mean we don't want to go outside. Yeah, we can take a walk soon. We need to. We have to go outside. Somebody needs to go on an expedition. Day 22. Mary Jane is not looking good. And water's what Mary Jane needs. She's pretty fatigued. Timmy doesn't need much. He should drink. Time to ration supplies. We've got so much food. Hang on, who needed a drink? And does anyone need it badly? No, we can pass on that. No supplies for anyone. No. No one can go outside. Ah, this is the problem. Everyone's exhausted and we can't get over the exhaustion. And this would be why the game said we needed the medical kit. We needed the medical kit to avoid the exhaustion problem. I see. She needs something to drink fast. He needs water now. Okay. Children. Oh, that's the last bit of water. Now, Mary Jane. I'm not saying that you are the least favourite child. I'm just saying if there's only enough water for 2 people, you're the one who's not drinking it. And that's just how things are. That's just how things are in this strange, wacky, post-apocalyptic world we find ourselves in. No one can go outside. And it turns out Mr. Freeman, the physics teacher at Timmy's school, was right. 1 + 1 does indeed make 2. 2 or more cockroaches, they just keep coming. I'm kind of curious what's going to happen if we keep not dealing with the rad roaches at this point. What's going to happen? Day 4. Oh, Mary Jane is not looking good. Timmy's looking pretty sick as well, I think. And new cockroach roommates, still problem. Mary Jane keeps fainting. And she's now ill. Timmy's also sick. Ted has rested. Wait, Ted has rested? Ted has rested. Yes. Give Ted the... Wait, how bad was Ted's need for water? Ted has rested. Ted needs water to survive. Okay, fine. Ted, you're getting the water and the food. Maybe we can stave off you two dying with some food. I'm not going to count on it, but, you know. Ted is happy to risk his life in the waste. Good. Ted's fine. I don't care about my children anymore. It's all about me. So Timmy and Mary Jane are in need of some physical exercise. Letting them run outside in the wasteland seems a bit too adventurous, but they could play tag inside the shelter. So I don't know if we have any expensive vases or antique dishes down here. Should we let the kids play? You know what? They're about to die tomorrow anyway. Let's let their final day on Earth be a happy one. Happy memories of playing amid the roaches and the spiders that live in the... You're going to be dead, aren't you? She's so dead. Where did we put her body, by the way? Maybe we shoved it through that hole where the brick fell out earlier. So Mary Jane found that she's not getting a single drop of water. She was furious, stormed out into the wasteland, shouting over her shoulder that we'll regret this, and she's running away from home, and she'll be back. She normally is, unless she dies in the wasteland, which is also quite possible. So the kids were ecstatic. Watching them play was a real treat. They looked so happy. When Mary Jane pushed Timmy around, he fell face first onto an unopened soup can that was hidden in the corner of the shelter behind some empty water bottles. What a luck. We needed water, you guys. We needed water. Blimey. So Timmy's face will be just fine. So Timmy's fine. So's Ted. Should I make Timmy healthy? No, I'm sorry, but we're not. Ted, you're going outside. We don't have the suitcase anymore, do we? Did we gain anything else useful? Go outside with the gas mask. Yeah, I just don't want you to get sick. Oh, but actually I've got the med kit if you get sick. Take the map or the mask. Yeah, and please, for the love of God, find some water. Ted, this is all up to you. Find some water. I don't know how long bloody Timmy's planning to survive down here. All on his own with the playing cards and the rad roaches. Some water for Timmy would be nice. It would be nice, but that's a real conditional, isn't it? And Ted left for the surface. Fine. Nothing. Timmy, have some soup. That'll cheer you up. Have some bloody soup. And for every... Oh no, it's the cockroaches. We squash with our boot, 2 more take its place. It's time to do something before we get... You've been saying this for about 2 weeks. I think you're just being a bit of a drama queen about the rad roaches. They're not causing that much of a problem. I'm just going to wake up... I'm just going to come up one day and Timmy's going to be gone. There's just going to be a giant rad roach sitting where Timmy used to be sitting. And he will be our new son. And we shall call him Raddy and everything will be fine. Our time will come. For the time being we have to adapt. Timmy's in terrible shape. He needs water now. There is no water. If he dies while Ted's still away, what does that mean? That could mean the end. Okay, very difficult to prepare for the unforeseen consequences when you don't see them coming. Okay, yeah, that's true. Timmy wants cake. He doesn't want cake. He needs some water. Day 28's arrived. Timmy's not looking dead yet, but I'm guessing he's not going to survive. Yeah, I think Timmy's going to die overnight. And I'm not sure if that's the end, because there's nobody left in the shelter. Interesting. Timmy's in terrible shape. We need to give him some water. Well, he can't have water. He can have soup. We've got a ridiculously large amount of soup. I wish I'd brought some more stuff with me. We plan to go to Niagara Falls to see the beautiful waterfalls. We never expected to get a waterfall of our very own inside the shelter. Right now, it seems that half a dozen pipes burst, and all that water's pouring right into our bunker. Okay, Timmy, do you remember how you said you were incredibly thirsty? And if you didn't get water, you were going to die of dehydration. And you are so horrendously thirsty, it's a major risk to your health. Well, I've got good news. Because half a dozen pipes containing water have just burst. And are filling up the shelter with water. Now, if you drink some of this water, then I will have a great deal of respect for you. And if you don't, and die of dehydration tomorrow, you kind of deserved it and brought it on your own head, didn't you? So, what do we need to save? We need to save the radio. Timmy, save the radio, and then maybe scoop up some of the water into the large number of empty water bottles that canonically do exist inside this shelter. Timmy? I think Timmy just died. Timmy, you brought this on yourself, you idiot. So that was lucky. The shelter filled with water pretty rapidly. We were certain we were going to drown. With our heads barely above the water, we weren't able to open the hatch and escape. Before we could start considering the worst, the water started to drop, and we're fine. And lack of water drove Timmy insane. He opened the shelter door and ran away. Timmy, at moments like this, I wish I'd sacrificed you to keep Mary Jane alive. And we did indeed perish. Well, I didn't really perish. Ted is out there. I'd like to think that he found a new, better family. One that didn't almost drown and then immediately die of dehydration. Timmy. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there you are. So a bit more 60 seconds there. I feel like I was definitely kind of, I was really screwed over by tiredness there. So I think kind of next time, if the game says early on you need a medical kit and then there's an option to use a medical kit, you should use the medical kit. I never really recovered from the children being so exhausted they couldn't be bothered to save their own lives or drink water to survive. Damn it, Timmy. Yeah, maybe I'll do a little bit more of this. It's a very quick and easy thing to throw together. So maybe a bit more of this in the future, ladies and gentlemen. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd, and this has been the really rather good fun 60 seconds. Thank you very much, and goodbye. What the hell? Alright. We've now got a Scottish zombie travelling with us. Oh, he's actually quite good now. And he's got over his drinking problem. Which is... Oh, he eats human flesh. He's got some decent carrying capacity. Okay, fine, he eats people. But come on, let's not be flipping judgmental about this.